What's up, everybody? I'm Aaron, and this is ToCing Points. So what's up, everybody? Glad to be back for another week of ToCing Points. As you can see, I'm still flying solo right now. Good news is I talked to Will today. Not going to make any announcements just yet, but he said things are going really a little bit better now, so hopefully within the next couple of weeks we'll have him back here on the set. In the meantime, let's go on to some more ToC news for you. Season 1 is nearly finished. We're going to be shutting down minor production of videos on August 14th, so that should be the end of the season. Take a few days off, get everything realigned and working better, and get our schedules readjusted. And then August 17th, you'll be getting to see the brand new Season 2 stuff, starting with this bastard right here. So, Season 2, new intros for everything. Josh has been working hard. I'm not going to give out too much, but when you see everything, you'll be like, that's impressive, that's amazing. So, keep your eyes peeled. Another new thing we're going to try for Season 2 is with ToCing Points. You know, seeing as we had Will go on hiatus due to an emergency, or issue more than an emergency, we're going to try to rotate in guest hosts with me and Will once Will comes back. Or if Will can't be here, I can arrange to have a guest host come in and join us out and all that. So if you want to be a guest host, feel free to let us know. You can message us on the Facebook page. We'll be glad to take care of that for you. You can post on the Facebook page that you want to join us. Let us know via Twitter or leave it in the comments below. We'll be glad to arrange something for you. It's something that we've been wanting to do for a while. Me and Will have talked about it. Josh has talked about it as well, and now we feel like it's going to go full blast with trying to move forward. So again, we're moving everything just real quickly, trying to make it into something better for you. We know that you haven't been seeing a lot of us lately on news quicks or anything like that. It's just been another, E3's over, so the gaming talk is slowing down. So we'll go ahead and get into the video game recap section of it now, which is, last week we had Team ToC taking on a bunch of stuff in Minecraft. Apparently they updated Minecraft within the past 2 or 3 weeks, which added in, more zombies with armor, more mobs completely with armor. That was kind of interesting to see a golden armored zombie in one of our later episodes. I think that was Saturday's episode, if I'm not mistaken, or Friday's. I'm horrible with the schedule. We finished off, I think we're still. I can't remember if we got one more Monopoly or not. Again, I'm terrible with the videos. I can't remember too much. So I know game night. If you watched it, sorry, we're not playing that game ever again. I apologize for how boring it is. Monopoly's it's so long. We thought it would be funnier. Monopoly Plus just sucks on the video game systems. Game Talk was fun, but at the same time, due to Duke Nukem Forever being so buggy, it's starting to suck for us. We're going to see how much longer we can pull through with this. Hopefully we can make it through the end of the game. If not, Season 2 we're going to try to finish the game by Season 1. Looks like we're going to be right on schedule for that. If not, we may call it early and, we'll let you know. I played some more Saints Row the Third, and I'm going to tell you right now, I enjoy that game so much, but like I said, when Season 2 comes around, I may end up ending that one as well. I'm not going to go into too much detail on Season 2, but needless to say, I had a lot of fun flying and running into people with cars. I tend to do that a lot on Saints Row the Third, so it's a fun game. entertaining, to say the least, because it's got a great humor factor to it, and it's always entertaining to play. You know, live out your fantasy as being a gangsta. You know, yeah, not really. Anyway, so we'll move on to the new segment that we've been running for the past couple of weeks, Mobile Game Madness. As you know, each week we review a game and tell you how we feel about that game. This week's game is Pixel People. I discovered this game about a few months back, but I've been playing it for a while, just trying to get a feel for it. Hopefully in next season we'll be able to get a little bit of video game footage to kind of fill it, you know, add in as filler for Mobile Game Madness. But for Mobile Game Madness, well, for Pixel People, for Pixel People, you play, if you've ever played SimCity or maybe like SimTown, any of those games where you build a city based on, you know, what your needs are, that's what Pixel People's all about. Basically, you start off with the story. It's got a weird story to it, like Earth has been destroyed, and now this mad scientist has created a colony, or a group of scientists has created a colony where you can take little 8-bit clones, the Pixel People, and make them into whatever job you want them to. For instance, they have a cryptozoologist on there. If you know what a cryptozoologist is, he studies Bigfoots. You know, you got doctors, lawyers. I mean, it's basically all of the jobs that are somewhat real and real. So it's fun, it's easy, and it's a good time waster. I mean, I started off on it, and then my wife picked it up, and now she's playing it. So I encourage you, it's really worth playing. I mean, there are a few cons to it for me, though. For one, you really can't advance too quickly in the game, for instance. Whereas, you know, certain games, as long as you build up your money base and all that, you can move ahead step by step. But with this one, after I want to say, I mean, there aren't really any levels. I think I'm on basically what would be the equivalent to level 8 or 9 right now. And again, I've been playing this now for about 2 or 3 months, and to get that far, that's a con for me, because now it's becoming so much more expensive that I'm having to take more days and more days and more days just to accumulate the in-game currency of coins to get right where I need to be to level up my colony again. Another con is the iOS version, which it came out for originally, is by far superior to the Android version right now, which is you got more jobs, more buildings, more everything, and it's you know, there's a lot more to it there than there is for the Android version, and you can't. To me, that's just not. If you're going to create a game for Android and iOS, keep them on par, because after that, you're just basically taking this fan base, which I'm Android, and telling us, look, we promised you we're going to bring out this update, but it hasn't come yet. So that's one of the big kickers for me. All in all, that's pretty much it for that. I like the game. It's fun. It's entertaining. But because of the limits and the other issues like that, I can't really give it anything above a 3 out of 5. So Pixel People gets a 3 out of 5 from me. You know, it's fun, it's entertaining, but it's way behind on the Android operating system, and the fact that it takes forever to level up on, you know, after so many levels, just really I can't enjoy it after this. It becomes such a hassle to get anything. So 3 out of 5, you know, not a bad rating for a game, and it's fun. I enjoy it. So we'll move on to the actual talking point section now, which is, we'll go ahead and cover last week's talking point, which is, what is your most disliked video game? Now for me, I answered last week with Layer, which is a game for the PlayStation 3. Again, when they announced it looked like a fun game. Total bomb. Josh's answer was Monopoly Plus. If you want to know why, just watch our Let's Play of our game night of Monopoly Plus. You'll understand why. It's boring as fuck. Another thing he said is any Facebook games or any games like Farmville and Candy Crush, because they're made strictly for making money off of you. They're not made for your entertainment. And on top of that, they figured out an algorithm to keep you addicted to it. And if you've ever played the games and you know what people will do, hey, send me 25 tickets to get on to the next level. No. I thought we were friends. His answer was any game with a lame story or pretty poor quality of build and pretty piss poor controls. He can't stand that. To me, that's on par with that was why Layer got what it got for me. The story was fine, but the controls and the glitchiness just ruined it for me. I did get an answer from a fan that watches a lot of our videos. Jen says that her least favorite games, or her most disliked games, or however you want to say it, were anything in the FPS, for first-person shooter, for those who don't know what FPS stands for, or the platformer games. So she's not a big fan of games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Destiny, but she's also not a fan of games like Mario or anything that you have to basically hop through to get through. Me, I personally like that kind of stuff. I like MMOs as well, or any kind of RPG, but like I said, all of our these were all the viewer answers we had this week. Unfortunately, nobody answered anything other than what the 4 answers I've read, so please make sure you answer these questions, because it gives you a shout out, it helps you get your name on the internet. Who knows, we might even maybe next season we may introduce the Skype in your answer, or record your answer and send it to us. So this week, now we'll move on to this week's talking point, which is which video game console add-on, which means anything that you could add on to your console, like a peripheral or anything like that, was the absolute lamest, in your opinion. For me, mine had to be the iToy for PlayStation 2. I mean, when they first announced it, I was like, oh cool, I can now put my face in a video game. Or I can actually, maybe use voice controls to tell the character where to go. Didn't live up to the hype that we thought it was going to live up to. To me it was a big flop, because the only games I got with it, and the only games that I found that were really worth getting to play with it, were the demo disc that it came with, which was pop the bubbles and then wipe the windows. Yeah. If I wanted to pop bubbles and wipe windows, I could probably fill my sink full of suds, pop all the bubbles in it, then take the same suds, wipe my windows. No, I'm sorry. I can't, even me being a Sony fanboy, which I am, I'll admit, I have a soft spot for Sony, but it really didn't live up to the hype it was supposed to. Granted, they took the same concept, but made it so much better for the PlayStation 3. With PlayStation Move system being brought out, which used pretty much mocap technology with the camera. But you can also use the camera to chat and all these other functions that came along during the PlayStation 3 era. And now, apparently, the PlayStation 4 version of it is just as good, if not better. So, I'm glad to see Sony learned from the PlayStation's iToy, but PlayStation 2 iToy. But they could have learned from that and made it better then. So it really was the worst peripheral in my opinion. Now, the Move system, I like it. I love it. they did a great job moving it forward. But again, the peripheral for the PS2, not my favorite. So anyway, let us know in the comments below. Post it on our Facebook page and our Twitter page. We'll be asking the question each week, or almost every day each week. I know the Facebook page doesn't really post a lot of the question. I'm gonna try to work on that a little bit, you know, because I'm one of the 3 moderators for the page. So yeah, it's time for me to start owning up to that too. So anyway, answer that question. Let us know how you feel about it. And now let's move on to the final thing where we say our goodbyes, our Auf Wiedersehens. Oh, I totally fucked that up. You can tell it's been a long week. So anyway, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe below. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and check out our merch shop. We have some interesting items there. Team's catchphrase for the merch shop is "Buy our shit." Hopefully we can get some new items up there once Season 2 starts. Until then, I'm Aaron, and we'll see you in the next video.